Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And here's a story I did not think we would be making today. Marther Stewart wants to be on Golden Bachelor. She says, I'll do Golden Bachelor if they let me pick the guys out or meet the guys first, which isn't exactly how it works. But hey, when you're in your 80s, you don't have any time to mess around with Yosef. You know what I mean? You want that, she wants a Thomas type. She's ready to go. So do me a favor. We're going to get into the story right now, but follow me on Instagram at DNeals. Stand-up show updates, shows coming up in Nashville, New York, and I think I've got Seattle on the books now for end of the summer. So I'll be updating the show list. You can come join us over there. And also, I'm on Patreon right now. If you want behind-the-scenes bonus content, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. You can hear all the pettiness of what it's like to run a YouTube channel. Who won't do the podcast? Who will? I shared some tea today. I know who's not responding to my DMs. If you want to know that behind-the-scenes content of making, or the behind-the-scenes drama of making YouTube content, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. And this afternoon, we will have Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast. Like every day, bachelorrushhour.com. Let's get into this story. So Variety had an article, and the title is Marther Stewart reacts to critics of Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. She said, I've had absolutely no plastic surgery whatsoever. At 81, the lifestyle mogul is the oldest person to be featured in the magazine's annual bathing suit issue. So just a few days ago, it was announced that The Golden Bachelor is actually going to be a show that happens. My assumption, because it's called The Golden Bachelor and not The Golden Bachelorette, is that it'll be a man and he will have dozens of women that are going to vie for his love. I don't know. We don't know if it's going to be the same script as Bachelor, or will they do something more alternative like they did with Listen to Your Heart, where there's more of like a Bachelor meets Bachelor in Paradise open mingling happening. I think that might be a good way to tell the story so that there's multiple love stories and you see less heartbreak. But we'll have to see how it all plays out. Now, Marther Stewart is in the news because she's made the cover of Sports Illustrated. If you're watching on YouTube, there she is with her cover photo. She looks absolutely fantastic. She's a billionaire, self-made, right? She's been in the world forever. She's even gone to prison. She's done a hard time, folks. She's friends with Snoop Dogg. She's actually hilariously funny, and she's also she's also refined. I think she would be. I don't know if they could afford her, but and also, is she single? I don't even know. But either way, I'm going to read parts of this article. We'll get to the part where she said she would do Golden Bachelor. Marther Stewart just had 2 months to get ready for her already iconic Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. She upped her Pilates to 3 times a week, watched what she ate, and stopped drinking alcohol. I had my regular facials, but maybe more frequently, I also got a spray tan. She's up for 3 daytime Emmys this year, it tells me during a phone interview on Tuesday, and I'm not a hairy person, but I got a complete body wax. All right, folks. Hey, when you're in your 80s, you can still be getting body waxes. I'm 38. I've never gotten a body wax, but hey, there's no time like the present for a good old waxing. Not to wax poetic. At 81 years young, Stewart made history as the oldest Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, a model in her 20s. Marther Stewart worked with legends like Richard Avedon. When I was a model and posing all the time in bathing suits and sporty, sexy things, that's the time I should have been on the cover, she says, before adding with a laugh. But I wasn't $75 an hour model then. I was only a $50 and $60 an hour model. Hey, well, no offense, but we're talking about 55 to 60 years ago. If she was making $60 an hour 60 years ago as a model, that sounds like a pretty big deal to me. I love Marther Stewart, though. I love everything about her. It certainly has aroused an interest in many, many different places. I just got an email from Gayle King, she said. She wrote, congratulations, this is really great. You look stunning and blah, blah, blah. Martha wrote back Gayle and said, next year is your year. I would have never, well, for sure, there should be, whether you're on the cover or not, we live in this world where everyone's trying to get headlines. So I'm sure Sports Illustrated has 10 different covers, right? They have this cover, that cover. You're trying to be across cultures. Not just have some 20-year-old model. Can you imagine how good my body looks at the age of 20? It's like, talk to me when you're Marther Stewart's age, right? How much of a say did you have in what you'd wear? People are asking. She says, in the beginning, I said I would do it, but I wasn't going to wear a fuddy-duddy bathing suit with bows and drapery and all that stuff. I was not going to wear anything like that because I don't wear stuff like that. I had to go down to the Dominican Republic. I got in very late and we had a very spare dinner, and then the next morning I had to try on a room full of clothes that they brought down. We started to shoot at 8 o'clock in the morning and shot until 6 o'clock at night. I had 9 different outfits. So, and then they asked her, have you ever been asked before to be in the swimsuit issue? Never. When they called, I asked my daughter Alexis if I should do it, and she said, cool. She didn't say, are you crazy? I thought that was the best response. They asked if Playboy had asked her to be, on a cover in the past. She said, I would have never done Playboy because I found that a very improper magazine because I was brought up a prude. We were very conservative. When we changed our clothes, we closed the bedroom door. We were not overt, except my middle sister was overt. All right, tell us more about your middle sister. She's just like a job. We weren't overt. We were prude, except for that middle sister of mine. Let me tell you about Wendy. So they said, have you been reading the comments on your Instagram post with the photos? She said, they're very good. There are only a few naysayers there. People said the pictures are over retouched, but they're not. They're incredibly accurate pictures. I was really pleased that there was not much airbrushing. What do you think about when you read the comments that say you must have had a lot of work done to look so good? Martha responds, it's not true. I've had absolutely no plastic surgery whatsoever. I have very healthy, good hair. I drink green juice every day. I take my vitamins. I'm a billionaire. I eat very healthfully. I have very good skin doctors. I'm very careful in the sun. I wear hats and I wear sunblock every single day. I mean, you got to wear your sunblock out there. Now, she didn't say she's had plastic surgery, but when you say plastic surgery, I think you can also imply injectables, Botox, fillers, things like that. The question was, were you ever tempted to do plastic surgery or fillers? She said, every now and then there are certain fillers that I can do for a little line here or there, but I hate Botox. It's a weird thing for me. I really and truly don't do a lot. So here's the question about The Bachelor. Earlier today, it was announced there's going to be a Golden Bachelor dating show for older singles. Would you ever be on it? She said, if I get to see the men first. When asked if she's considering doing a reality dating show, she said, I'm very busy. I have my beautiful cooking, entertaining, and gardening shows, which I'm very interested in. So I don't think I would do a reality dating show. They did ask me to do Dancing with the Stars, but I didn't have time to go out to California. That would be so fun. All right, well, there it is, folks. Martha Stewart would do the Golden Bachelor. I don't know if they could meet her demands, get to see the men first. I think that's fair. Look, if Martha Stewart, and leave a comment, let me know what you think, but if she wants to do Golden Bachelor, I think it's okay if she meets the guys first, But who in that age range is eligible and at that success level that Martha Stewart is? She's literally a one-of-a-kind human out there. Anyway, so good for her for doing Sports Illustrated. I always like to look back at Martha Stewart. We forget she spent time in jail. Why she went and what she said about her prison sentence. Once upon a time, domestic maven and Sports Illustrated cover model. Yeah, she's the oldest cover model, and she might be the first one to do hard time. Martha Stewart did some jail time. Does it count as hard time? How much jail time do you need to do before it becomes hard time? Martha Stewart built an empire of homemaking knowledge that spanned from a magazine to several TV shows. But after making her fortune under the Martha Stewart Living umbrella and becoming a household name, she ran afoul of the law and was ultimately indicted on charges of obstruction of justice and security fraud. I got to tell you this, though. Speaking of reality TV shows, I would have loved to see what Martha Stewart's bunk looked like. I mean, I'm sure she had, designed, a floral shiv. She's like, well, I whittled this, the potpourri out of, whatever. She wound up only spending a matter of months there. The ordeal took her away from her true passion and threw a kink into her previous image of domestic perfection. And yeah, look, I've been critical of billionaires in the past. I don't know how much she's worth. Let's go into this. How much is Martha Stewart worth? It really comes down to, she's at the age where it's like, oh, she's not a billionaire. She's only worth $400 million. Okay, pray for Martha Stewart. She's only worth $400 million. What was Martha Stewart the first female billionaire? She said, I was the first self-made female billionaire. I had opposition, and that kind of opposition to a woman-built business was really outrageous. So either way, she's, maybe she's a billionaire in one form or another. Once you get to the $400 million mark, though, I think you've got success. All right, are you guys excited to watch Golden Bachelor? It's going to be a hell of a fall. I think we're going to go, so charity season is going to be June, July, August, and then I'm assuming we'll have Bachelor in Paradise September, October. And then I'm guessing we're going to have Golden Bachelor November, December. It's going to lead right up to Christmas. The full season, the full Bachelor season is set. So all we got to do is get through the next 5 weeks, and then we'll make it there unscathed. It's been a pretty quiet barrel scraping season, but I will have some unique content for you today, as I do every day on Bachelor Rush Hour, the podcast. 30-minute episodes, roughly. I give you 15 minutes of new material, and then I'll give you like a 10 or 15-minute long video afterwards. So I appreciate everyone that's tuned in for that. I imagine the podcast is going to continue to grow, since we're going to be doing some notable interviews in the near future. If you're on Patreon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been sharing the traveling I'll be doing for some interviews. So anyway, do me a favor, and if you haven't already joined, go over there or follow me on Instagram. Stand-up show dates coming up in Nashville, New York City, and then Seattle. So we'll be there end of the summer, and maybe I'll have a Vegas show coming up too. All right, all that and more. I'll be back. I think this is going to be it from me. I think we're done today. So if you're looking for more content, Bachelor Rush Hour, the podcast, and we'll be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.